the big ones coming up in the late window. And Dak Prescott, 444 yards passing and 3 touchdowns. Incredible. Cowboys beat the Lions today from Detroit. State Farm postgame comes your way when we get back.
This is the heavyweight championship of the world. Well, what's he?
Shut the fuck up. Oh, boy. Get this going. All right, everybody. Dallas Cowboys get the victory against the Detroit Lions, 35-27. Good win, much needed win. Go up 6-4 in the division. Much needed win. We really, really needed that win. Thanks for everybody joining me. Not satisfied. Nah, I'm not either, man. Let me kick a shout out to everybody. Dominique, K. Rich, what's up, guys? Not feeling too good, man. So y'all bear with me on this live today. Jap the President, Cowboys 1973, Savage Time, East Shan, FHGM TV. It struggled against a backup corner. Y'all know I'm gonna talk about. I don't care if we won. Y'all know I'm gonna talk about the bad stuff that happened. You got to do that. You got to do that. Victor, what's up? Kyle, what's up, man? Cowboys abroad in the house. Yeah, we got it done, big dog. I'm happy, but I'm kind of like, it is what I'm like Cowboys fan, like DCFN said, I'm gonna stay humbled on this one because this was the game that we were also that we knew we were supposed to win anyway. So we kind of struggled at times. I'm telling you, man. It's the defense. Oh, my boy Roger Gray in the house, 1996. What's up, man? Hey, that's my brother, man. Childhood buddy of mine, man. Grew up together. Was a track star at Skyline High School back in the day. Doing his thing, man. I'm humbled about this one, bro. This is one of those games where we were supposed to win anyway. Our defense is really a big problem. It is a big problem, and it's going to come back to haunt us against a good team, pretty much. The Lions, once again, they had a backup quarterback, and we made him look like Michael Vick. He was running all over the place, finding guys open, and that's a big concern. The pass rush is a big concern. Fundamental tackles are a big concern. We cannot tackle. They always, no matter who we play, I don't give a damn if it's a high school team, we always miss. We're good to miss that first tackle. That is not good because when you miss one tackle, they can gain 5 more yards. They can turn it into a 5-10 yard gain. So that is a big concern. Stupid penalties. Defense is in big trouble. JD, right? Exactly. Defense is in trouble. They have not a clue what is going on. They look good at times, but consistently they're not there. One thing I can say I did see that I haven't seen in probably seasons was Dallas Cowboys secondary guys making a play on the ball, batting the ball out of the air. I saw that and I couldn't believe it. Wow. But like I say, against the Lions, next week they could flip mode and start doing the same dumb shit again. Philly Cowboys 76. What's up, man? Yeah, man. It's a win. A win is a win. We'll take it. Any win is good. But when you lose last week when you could have won last week too, could be, 7-3 right now. But it hurts, But Zeke looks slow. Yeah. Oh yeah. Everybody. I agree. Zeke that burst isn't there anymore. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's Cabo. I don't know if he's, finally losing steps. Running backs normally last about a good 4 years, 4 or 5 years, depending on the running back before they start losing life in their legs. So hopefully it's not happening to Zeke already. I don't know. The offensive line they're not 100%. So you got to kind of put it on them as well. Every team that we play, you notice they take out the running game. Zeke only had 45 yards with a 2.8 average. He had 1 touchdown, but it was a passing touchdown. It was a screen pass. So Zeke's not getting those 100 yards a games anymore. They are really taking running out of the equation for the Dallas Cowboys. So that's why Dak is putting up the numbers that he's putting. Let me see. Dak had another stellar game, 444 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 29 for 46. Ratio. So Dak is doing his thing. Dak should probably, I know they're going to hate to do this because he's a Dallas Cowboy and nobody never, ever likes to give us props in anything. But they got to start putting Dak's name in that MVP because you got to think about it, man. Yeah, the wins aren't there, but the numbers are. You get what I'm saying? So he's doing a damn thing. He's probably got the best numbers this year, out of any quarterback. But they're not going to give him his props just because he's a Cowboy. I'm gonna bring my other guys in, man. Bring them in, see how they feel about this win. But Michael Gallup, I wish he could have had a touchdown. 9 receptions for 148 yards. Randall Cobb had 4 receptions for 115 yards and 1 touchdown. Tony Pollard had 4 receptions for 44 yards and 1 touchdown. Amari Cooper, he was kind of on the DL, but he didn't have to. He had 3 receptions for 38 yards. He made big catches when it counted, so that's all that matters. A lot of games you don't have to be, 100-something yards every damn game. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. Blake Jarwin made a couple of big catches too, so we're starting to get him more involved. It's good to see Pollard more involved, more like a 1-2 punch for the Cowboys, getting him in there, giving him some feel, some looks. He has very fast legs, young legs, fresh legs, and he's always churning forward. He's always moving forward. Even when he gets tackled, he's going forward. So I like Pollard, man. I like those trick plays to him and everything. So they need to start kind of getting him into the equation for the next upcoming game, especially against the Patriots, because we need to show them as many different looks as we can because they got pretty much probably arguably the best defense in the league right now. But let me get my other guys in, man, and see what's going on. Y'all bear with me. All right. While I'm waiting on them, guys, I appreciate y'all joining me, man. 1980 ain't 100%. I don't know what's wrong, but it's just been a crazy week for me. Ever since I got over that little head cold thing I had going, right after that, I was feeling great that day. That Monday, I went to work. I was feeling great, And Tuesday, I was okay. And then Wednesday came around. I was like, I was dragging. I don't know. I know it ain't the flu because I wouldn't be talking right now if it was the flu. But I'm fighting it. So I'm here. So it is what it is. Waiting on my guys to get in here, man. I sent the link out to them. I can't wait to hear what they got to say about it. Like I say, man, this win. Zach Ellis, hey, thanks for the super chat, bro. Golly, appreciate it, man. Really do, bro. You didn't have to, but, appreciate it, man. Hey, I can use that towards some medicine I need to go get. Appreciate it, man. Our defense is horrible, Edward. I don't know if it'll ever get any better because we got the same guys, same scheme, same coaches, I don't know. There's just one of those things we're just going to have to learn how to deal with. Tackling is the biggest thing because we're getting guys in the backfield. We're getting hands on quarterbacks in the backfield, but we just can't hold on to them. And that's basically basic, elementary, fundamental type things that you got to learn. And not playing in the preseason and not practicing like we used to do back in high school and college and stuff like that. Not doing that, it affects you on game time. It affects you game night. If you don't practice these things, you're not going to do it in the game. You're not going to do it very well in the game. And that's what they can't wrap up. They're horrible tacklers. And I don't know if Manuel, what's up, man? I don't know if they watch film. I hope they watch film. It's embarrassing watching yourself, when they watch you, hey, man, because our coach used to put us on blast. Like, hey, Jack, you missed this tackle, man. You need to go back. You need to wrap up. And, it's just, I don't know. A lot of things that we need to work on. I hope they're not happy about this win. I mean, I'm pretty sure they are, but we should have won last week, so just one of them things, man. Waiting on my guys to get in here. I sent the link. They probably making their little videos or whatever. The Patriots, the game against the Patriots to be. Yeah. We got the Patriots coming up next week, and that's a tough one. Really, really tough one. Probably our toughest project we had in a long time. The Patriots do everything right. They feed off of your mistakes. If you don't wrap up, they make you pay. If you false start, they make you pay. If encroachment, they make you pay. Pass interference, they make you pay. They make you pay. And that's all we do every game. Everything that I just named, the Cowboys do every game. Pass interference, don't look back, can't wrap up, can't tackle, no pursuit on the defensive line, missed assignments on defense. The Patriots going to make us pay for it. That's how they are. They are the Highland Park or the San Antonio Spurs of the NFL. They're not flashy. They're very fundamental, and they make you pay. They feed off of your mistakes, off of your rhythm, your vibe. If you have a negative vibe, they're going to feed off of that, and they're going to make you pay for it. So Cowboys, be ready. So leave all the mistakes and the missed tackles at home at the door, because you can't come in. You can't play that against the Patriots, man. They're gonna get you. Here go my football news. What's up, man? Got football news in the house, guy. There he is.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, I got you, bro. What's up, man?
Be humble.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You got to be humble in this one, guys. You got to be humble.
Yeah.
By no way is this team a playoff-ready football team.
Nah.
They got a hell of a quarterback, but their defense is a weak link.
Woo!
And
right.
I caught some heat. I caught some heat in the halftime show because I said Dak's balling, and people said, slow down, white boy. It don't work that way or whatever. I'm going to give Dak his props when Dak does good, and when Dak does bad, I'm going to talk about Dak being bad. I make YouTube videos talking the good, the bad, and the ugly. And right now, Dak right now is good.
Yeah.
Our defense is.
Uh-oh. I lost football news. He'll be back. But, yeah, I agree. That's what we do. We critique what we see. We go game by game. Whatever's going on, that's what we're going to talk about. And we're not ashamed of it. We're diehard Cowboy fans, and hope we got him back. Go ahead, Doc. We got you.
All right.
There we go.
Are we good?
Yes, sir.
All right. I don't know what happened. I might have to exit out of here and reset some internet settings. But, Dak's balling. I'm going to talk about it. People call me I'm a Dak hater and stuff. I'm not a Dak hater. He's a Cowboy. But at the same time, he wasn't playing up to the standards that I wanted Dak to play at. All right, damn it, get off me. And I am white. I'm 30% French, 20% English Wales, or whatever you want to call that, and 29% Hispanic, according to DNA Ancestry. I did the test. Pretty cool stuff. But
it's all good, man.
But no, be humble, guys. Be humble. Don't take these wins for granted. Now, these Cowboys got to find some way, somehow, to build momentum We got the Patriots next.
Yes.
So Tom Brady, he loves for the opponent to have slow starts. So we got to come out fast. We got to come out like we did against the New York Giants, against these Patriots. But be humble.
Yes, sir.
Be flipping humble, guys. That's all I got, man. I'm about to go eat me some birthday cake. Damn it.
Happy birthday, DCFN, guys. Everybody in the comment section, make sure y'all give him his wishes, man. Happy birthday, bro.
21 all over again.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
You're not supposed to hit 29. You're supposed to go from 28 back to 21.
Right back to it.
There's no, you can't get. You got to stay away from 30 as possible.
I've been 21 for 20 years.
There you go, baby. There you go. That's how we do it. But what did you think about the game, 1980? What was your reaction, man?
Well, I agree 100% with you. I was talking about it before you came on. The slow starts, 3-7 in the first quarter. This is against the Detroit team, that's 3-5. And Cowboys have to really, if they're going to get the ball first, they got to start aggressive. They got to get more aggressive. They got to start using their heads and being more aggressive and getting the ball downfield and scoring. Got to stop waiting. Second quarter, we scored 21 points in the second quarter alone. And then back to the third quarter, we back down to 3. So it seems like it's a little rhythm going on. We start out good. We start out slow. Then the second quarter, we score all our points. Then third quarter, we kind of back down. And then right there at the end, we kind of, just to keep the lead or whatever. But they got to figure out a way, like you just said. They got to really do some homework. They got to really get out there and practice, work on fundamentals this week because we have the mighty New England Patriots coming up. And
So you're saying they actually got to practice?
Yeah, they got practice. Yep.
These guys actually got a game plan?
Yeah.
They actually got a scheme?
Yep. They got to get out there and do some work. What they get paid for, they got to get out there and do it.
Oh, they get paid for that? I didn't know that.
Yeah. They get paid for that. Mm-hmm. So they got to get out there. I'm waiting on my Cowboys family. I sent them the link. But they actually got to get out there and, do some work, do some homework, man, and get their act together because the New England Patriots are going to feed off of every mistake, every penalty, every missed tackle, every I don't look back when the ball is in the air. They're gonna feed off of all that and bite us right back in the ass with it. So, they better get it together, man. Like I say, like you say, you're exactly right. Stay humble. This was a win. We needed the win, But that's all it is. It's just the win. Nothing happy, nothing excited about it. Just the win. Bottom line.
Right. Jason Garrett got a lot of flack last week about being a game manager. And this was the time to show, are you a good game manager? And the defense held up for him very well, I thought. There comes a point in time where you got to start putting speed out there. And right now, Pollard's faster than Zeke, and Jarwin's faster than Witten.
Yeah.
And that's how you start off fast. You put your fast guys out there.
That's right.
You don't take the top off out the gate unless it's there, but you get some kind of tempo going with some speed, and Jarwin and Pollard can do that for you.
Yeah. They're going to have to use those two guys, Pollard, Jarwin, especially against New England, because you got to show them different looks. Because every team, you notice Zeke only had 45 yards rushing with a 2.8 average. He had one touchdown, but it was a screen pass. The past 2 or 3 games, Zeke hasn't got 100 yards. So these teams are ready. They are building their game plan around our run. They know it. They know all the tricks and everything. They ready for Zeke. So that's why and then the line is not 100% as well. So that's why he hasn't been able to really do anything because they've game planned for Zeke. They stopped Zeke first, and then they'll worry about everything else. Luckily, Dak has been balling out. 400 and something yards, 3 touchdowns. Dak has been doing his damn thing. Luckily, he's been doing that. So, to kind of bail him out. But if it wasn't for Dak and this offense, man, and the receivers, man, oh my God, I don't know where we would be, because we don't have a running game anymore.
I know what it is. It's that hip hop, boy. Bam! Bam!
Yes, sir.
Bam! It's that hip thrust, baby. Dak out there twerking before each game.
I know that's right. Yeah, man. You talking to DJ? What DJ fifth quarter Cowboys at, man?
I haven't talked to him actually since maybe the first quarter. But I like the long drives the Cowboys did in this game. I know they kicked a field goal on one of those drives, like a 14-play drive, kicking a field goal. But the rest of the long drives they got in and scored touchdowns. Big shout out to Randall Cobb today, like you said, wide receivers. Man. Michael Gallup stepping up. This is the adjustments you have to make. If they take your number one guy out, your number two has to step up. Your number three has to step up. And finally, we're seeing that NFL, that football just in general, assignments from other guys. You know what I mean? Right.
Yeah, that's. I mean, everybody. The next man has to step up. I mean, that's just that's common sense right there. So, but look at the teams that were doing it. And last week should have been a win too. I'm still on that. I just last week should have been a win too. And it's just the inconsistency of this team, man. And defense has a lot to do with it. Defense wins games. High-powered offense can win games too. But this defense is in trouble, man, because we can't tackle, we can't contain, we can't, there's no pursuit. Every now and then they'll get in there and get a sack, or they'll get in there and do something and make something happen. But I'm really, really nervous about the defense. Really nervous about it. Come on, Cowboys.
And you have every right to be. You have every right to be.
There we go. Cowboys family in
the
house. What's up, y'all? Still waiting on. Come on. There we go.
What's up, guys? How you doing, man?
What's up?
Got through another game.
Yeah, how y'all feel?
I feel really, really good and slightly concerned. Again, what our offense is doing right now is unbelievable. The numbers we're putting up are never before seen. Dak is on pace to break the record. Right now, he's tied with Tony Romo with 3 games of over 400 yards. He's probably going to have another one this year. If you look at the rest of the NFC East, at least with the Redskins and the Giants, what we're doing on offense is amazing. Kellen Moore today, I think, did a fantastic job of putting our offense in the best spot. Unfortunately, you saw a few more execution issues being the factor more on offense, like Zeke's fumble, you know what I mean? Or like Randall Cobb dropping the ball. But even that was so minor because everything else was working so well.
Yeah.
See, Kellen Moore's offense can have – you don't have to – Jason Garrett's offense, you have to be perfect. You have to be perfect in Jason Garrett's offense.
Right.
Every single play and every single spot of the field. And Kellen Moore, and let's be real, most plays are not perfect on any team, even the Patriots. So everybody has a breakdown here and there at times, almost every play sometimes. So Kellen Moore's offense offers you a little more leeway to have maybe a missed block by half a second could have blocked. But you don't have to have perfection. That's why execution is very important, but it's not the reason for the fails a lot of times on the offense. When Zeke fumbles, that's on Zeke. When Dak throws interception, a lot of times that's on Dak. But when you have a half missed block and the whole play goes to shit, that's on Garrett. Yeah. That is on Garrett. When you have a missed block and Dak still gets the ball out because we have other options ready for him, knowing that anything can happen at any time in an offensive play, that is Kellen Moore. And Kellen Moore was allowed to do more on the offensive side today. We picked on Justin Coleman, who was their weak spot, and we overcame a team that was rattled with injuries. Not a good team, and we still barely beat them by 8. Like our simulation we did on Friday, it was an 8-point victory for us. We said probably expect that. It's exactly what happened, and it's embarrassing that we got to rely on that kind of realism to do this on defense. There's a lot of issues. I know you wanted to say something about the defense, maybe about your thoughts on the defensive side of things.
I think the defense. I'm surprised because the tackling, when you look at the numbers, we did do better. But it doesn't feel like it. I think the third downs is what killed us today. We pretty much allowed them to get every single third down. And again, against a team like the Lions, to me, that's a little bit unacceptable. And the second thing,
very
too,
unacceptable.
more than the third downs, our team usually, even when the offense puts them in a bad spot or teams get in the red zone, every once in a while we hold those teams to 3, right? Our defense comes through, they get a big stop, a big sack, a fourth down, whatever it is. And in this game, they got it seemed like every time they were in the red zone, I think they scored.
I mean, the thing is that the inconsistency of the defense is my major issue here.
That's everybody.
And that to me right there is Marinelli, who's running this defense, and maybe the fact that you had to throw in the mismatch of the way these defensive coordinators have their thought process. I'm thinking that has to be an issue here.
Because what Richard and Marinelli both are doing together, I don't think is working right now.
At least the percentages of what's going on. Kind of like the leaning on Garrett. It seems like it drags us down, it seems. You can see the difference in play calls between Kellen Moore and what's Jason Garrett. You can see a lot of times disguised blitzes. That is Richard. When you have an obvious blitz or no blitzing, that is usually Marinelli. And that's just the way that their schemes are. So you're throwing in a scheme of Richard, which is more aggressive. Against a Marinelli, you have to have those front forward producing. And when we do well. But it's the inconsistency of the defense on those third and longs. You cannot let that happen. A Super Bowl, a playoff type team does not let that happen consistently to them or play this inconsistent on defense. And that's right now is our Achilles heel, is the way that the defense is playing, along with the head coaching. I'm still putting it on Garrett on some of these mistakes. That's always going to be something I'm going to say the rest of this year. I don't care how good we do. It's Garrett. His ugly hands are always showing up in this game at the most inopportune times, keeping games close to a shitty team like the Detroit Lions, who's banged up.
I like winning.
I'm happy for the win.
I like winning. I love winning.
I'm not proud of this team the way I'm not proud. Let me rephrase. I'm not proud that we won. I'm not proud of the way we won, but I'm proud that we won. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy we won. I'm excited we won. We keep it going, and that's great. But I'm not proud of this performance. And this performance will not get us, not from the defense. From Dak, you get a Super Bowl from Dak on this. You get a Super Bowl from Dak. But the defense and some of the coaching and play calling, it's got to get better, overall and more consistent. So are we a Super Bowl team? It depends when Dak's able to do and allowed to do the things he's got to do with Kellen Moore back there, and the defense can play halfway better than this. We could do anything. But when the defense playing this way, you might lose a game to the Lions or the Jets.
The defense needs to match the same intensity of the offense.
They need to match our intensity.
It's got to balance itself out. This offense, the only thing that I have a problem with this offense is not having a running game anymore. Zeke only averaged 2.8 yards a carry today. I don't even think he had 50. He had like 48 yards rushing. He had a touchdown, but it was off of a screen pass, which was a good play. It was almost a busted play, but it was a good play. But I think in order for us to be a Super Bowl team, we got to try to have to somehow define our identity in the running game. And we got to get that back because sooner or later, these teams are going to start. Right now, the defenses of the other team, opposing teams, they're already designing their defense to stop Zeke. And that's why Zeke is having a lot of trouble, along with our not 100% offensive line. But pretty soon, they're going to start designing things to stop Dak Prescott, which is hard because Dak can do so many things with the ball. We got so many weapons. So it's kind of hard to do that unless you play a zone. But there's always holes. There's always holes in zone. And you can't play man anymore because nobody can cover anymore because they don't know how to look back. But so they're going to have a hard time doing that. But I'm just saying that probably can exist later on down the line. You got to have a defense. You got to have some kind of defense. Every Super Bowl team in history had some kind of defense to get them to the Super Bowl. You got to 3 and out. Every third down, we're all like swallowing like, are we going to stop them? I don't give a damn if it's 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9. The other team just seems to get the first down every single time. I don't think Marinelli and Rashad are communicating very well. Like you guys just brought up, something is clashing. Something's not right. They're not putting their players in the best position to make the best play on defense. And the players aren't executing as well. This defense is just all over the place. They're not on the same page. Fundamentally, they're not on the same page. They can't tackle. They can't wrap up. When you miss a tackle, that's 5, maybe 10 more yards for that running back or whoever has the ball. Look at the quarterback. He was a backup, but we made him look like Michael Vick. I mean, he was scrambling all over the place. They were missing him, just arm tackles, just not squaring up and getting your body square, getting eye contact, and putting your body in the best position to hug somebody. That's the problem. They're not doing that. They're not practicing it. It's just, it blows my mind. And that is going to be our Achilles heel later on down the line when we face the Patriots, when we face, other good teams. They're going to notice. They're going to see this. If we see it, their coaching staff, hey, they can't tackle. Hey, they always miss the first tackle. Wow, look at this. They can't tackle. Damn, they were right there, but they can't tackle. Like they had old boy in the back, couldn't get to him. I mean, it's just the pursuit, the aggressiveness, the tackling is just not there because they don't practice it because I don't know if they're scared to get somebody hurt in practice or whatever. The NFL is sissified like that, but it's just not there. And that is going to be trouble for us down the line. Now, we got this win. We're 6-4. A lot of diehard Cowboy fans out there are, oh, we got to win. Y'all mad. No, man, we got to analyze everything. Everything. That's what coaches do. They don't sit there like, oh, we won, guys. You ain't got to practice for the rest of the week. Get ready for the Patriots. They don't do that. They go and watch film. Hopefully they go and watch film and they analyze everything. So that's what we kind of have to do to educate y'all on what we're seeing and what y'all are seeing. And the people in the comment section, they're saying, hey, this is not happening. And when you got so many people raising their hands in the classroom and say, hey, they're not tackling. Hey, we can't stop them on third down. Hey, defense can't get off the field. Hey, we're making these quarterbacks look like Michael Vick. That means it's true. I mean, the majority wins. I mean, just if thousands and thousands and millions of people are seeing this, they got to see it too. And they just have to address it and they have to work on it. It's just bottom line, man. And I just don't understand. I'm still seeing the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. You got to get back there. You got to get to that guy, man. Tom Brady is no good on his ass. There's no quarterback in NFL history that can throw the ball on his ass. You put him on his ass, he's no good. So we got to figure out, like I said earlier, the football news, the Patriots, the Patriots, they're going to feed every mistake that we've been making every week that we see. They see it too. And they're going to be like, oh, shit, that's all they do. They wait on you. They actually wait on you to make your mistake and then capitalize from it. That's their game plan. I faced teams like that growing up. They just, hey, man, as soon as we fumble, as soon as somebody jump off sides, the positive energy is in their court. That's it. So Cowboys got a lot of work, got a lot of homework to do this week. Agree 100%. And, I do want to say one thing that you said about Zeke. I wanted to touch on real quick. Now, the running game, kind of what you started off, your comment here is that Zeke in the running game, what's going on again.
It's been taken out of the equation because teams are obviously planning and shutting down Zeke.
I believe that is also, let me just put this out there. I believe that is also why Dak is able to do better. Right now they are scheming for, if they start to scheme for Dak, I think you'll see Zeke and Pollard do better on the ground. I really do. I think that they can't take both away. That's the key. I'm thinking when they take away Zeke,
you can
Zeke
shut down
looks
Zeke
like shit.
or Dak, but you can't shut them both down.
Zeke looks like crap, right? He looks crappy when he's shut down, but it's not necessarily his fault because they're shutting him down. He fumbled it. That's on him. But he's shut down. That means Dak shined against Minnesota. Dak shined again. He shined the whole freaking year, basically, when he's been allowed to shine by the coaching staff.
Best games have been some of Zeke's worst.
Exactly, and Dak can do it. Now, if they start scheming for Dak, they're going to leave something uncovered with Zeke, and Zeke's going to be able to eat you up. And then it's going to be like, what do we do now? That's what we wanted.
A lot of quiet 100-yard plus games.
We didn't want the Cowboys to have to bumble and fumble and stumble through this fucking season. Pardon my French, but stumble through the season. And we're in week 11 now. Week 12, this team is, and we're still figuring shit out. We've heard the players and coaches say this. No, this is the middle of the year. Listen, have you reached your peak? You should be reaching it right now as you're getting ready to make that playoff run, whatever it is. But this team still seems like they're starting the season. And that's the fear I think we all have, the inconsistencies. I just think that if you can get Dak can work when Zeke shut down, and when Dak shut down, Zeke can work.
Yes.
My thing is, we haven't really seen that this year because Dak has not been able to be shut down unless it's by their own coaching staff. So I believe that hopefully this is continuing with Kellen Moore having more of a push on this offense. And if we can do that, and then teams will shut Zeke down, Dak will just eat you alive. And if you try to scheme for Dak, I think Zeke will have not necessarily the greatest game of all time, but he will eventually eat you down, beat you down, wear you down, and get those extra 5-6 yards. You're not seeing him yet right now because they have 8 guys on him, and Dak's going to have a field day in the passing game because they are scheming and looking and stopping Zeke. That's their number one full concern. So that's my kind of thought on Zeke. I don't think it's Zeke as much. He's lost something maybe, but it's not as much as bad as it seems. Because and even the offensive line, Su'a-Filo wasn't horrible today. So all these things look good, but it's more of the defense, what they're dictating to us. And if they force Dak nowadays, that can kill you. And we know it for a fact. Everybody knows it for a fact. Not just against bad teams, because we beat a good defense, whether it's the Vikings or
win or lose,
right?
Dak is out here doing
dominated on that field, no matter what kind of defense. We'll see next week a true battle against Belichick and the Patriots and their defense up there in New England. It'd be great to see how Dak can do in this game. He gets 400 yards. People better start giving him the MVP and $40 million.
Technically, the Eagles are up by 3 right now.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. So
I see that. I was saying, I made the comment. I was like, watch the Eagles mess around and be pretty good against the Patriots, but who knows? It just started, so anything can happen. Another thing I wanted to bring up, Cobb had a really good game. Cobb had a touchdown, actually. If I can get to how many yards he had.
Yeah, and also just to recap, I know some people were saying that you said that Zeke had 1 touchdown. He had 1 touchdown on the ground, and he had 1 touchdown in the air. So he had 2 touchdowns combined. But some people were saying, he had 2. I just want to clarify. I think you were meaning on the ground, So, but Cobb had a touchdown in the air and had a big play also right before that touchdown.
Oh, Zeke. He did have a rushing touchdown, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He did have the rushing touchdown.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot about that.
He should have been a touchdown the first time, and then they switched it. They switched it up. They didn't give him a touchdown. He got the 1 yard, dive.
That's right. I forgot that. Okay. Randall Cobb, 4 receptions, 115 yards, 1 touchdown. Did a really good job today. But the good is always good to talk about. But I have to talk about the bad too. He dropped some balls today that should have been caught. Cobb every now and then. Cobb is to me. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes he gets inconsistent. He'll drop some balls, wide open balls. And I think the first catch he was wide open, and I think he started running before he could even, put the triangle up and tuck. And he dropped the ball, and I was like, I know it doesn't matter because we won the game, but it could have been different. We could have scored a lot more points, maybe. And but Cobb is sometimes he's a body catcher, I like Cobb. I like everything about him, but I think his catching is a little bit inconsistent. I really think him and Dak really need to focus on that. That needs to be up for discussion in the film room or something like that. But he will drop at least 2 balls a game, 2 important balls. Not just, I know you just the NFL, you're going to drop some. It happens, but the important ones is what I'm concerned with. And next week we can't have that. We can't have important ball. Every catch, every pass is going to be important next week against the New England Patriots. No matter how they play tonight against the Eagles, it's still going to be important game for us next week. So I don't know. What do y'all? Am I looking at it too far with Cobb? How do y'all feel about Cobb, man?
I am just so happy that we're seeing more consistency. Again, Cobb and Gallup both really stepped it up, but obviously Cobb more so because the touchdown he got in a way, normally we'd see Cooper getting the touchdown or doing that, but Cobb is the one that came through when Cooper was the one getting shut down. Cobb did a great job today of finding the open spot too and scheming himself into a good position where even though he had 2 drops today that were great passes by Dak and hit his hands, it's almost like you don't feel it because everything else was either a first down or a great complete. It just really well done.
He had some clutch misses. Unfortunately, at first that was
that first down would have been nice.
But he did have some clutch catches, some clutch plays throughout the game, even if they weren't a touchdown.
And that touchdown was
and a lot of it was noticing who was he up against. It was number 27, Justin Coleman. I mean, whenever you saw that, you saw the Cowboys pick at him, pick in his direction, and Cobb saw that and he got open, got the touchdown on that play, snapping his hands like this, like Garrett does on the sidelines. And he got the touchdown because he knew the mismatch was obvious with Justin Coleman. He got burned the play before that. Like Coleman got burned. He made a move in the middle of the field and got to the outside and got like a 45-yard catch. So 2 in a row, we burned Coleman. That was the major thing, I think. And then Cobb didn't make the catch here and there. He did miss a couple, but overall, listen, I think you cannot expect any team to really play a perfect game. So yes, Cobb's drops are concerning. So are Cooper's. We make it up though when he makes those one-handed catches on the sideline that he did. So I think Cobb got his due. 2 games in a row for Cobb. Great job. Dak over 400 yards passing. Cobb, and it was a Gallup and Cobb, not Cooper. He was banged up, still did some stuff, but he was a decoy for us, keeping Darius Slay off the other guys.
Although, you remember that one catch by Cooper
that's what I'm saying.
Slay? That was quick.
Fantastic. That's what I'm saying. Even hurt, he's still doing things that receivers not even close to being injured cannot do in their dreams. So Cooper's doing it, and he kept Slay out there, decoyed or not, whatever. 3 catches, I think. It doesn't matter. It was great that he still toughed it out and gave it. Oh, that's why I said that's what you have him Slay stuck on Cooper. Gallup and Cobb got to wake up and do it, and they did. And you saw 200-yard games by these 2 100-yard receivers in this game. That's back-to-back, by the way. That's the second time this year. I mean, it's the second. That's 4 for Dak this year, I think, with back-to-back 100-yard receivers total, and first back-to-back one since like 1991. So all these numbers, we go back in history and say, wow, unbelievable. But we won by 8, and that still is concerning to me. And all the stats, we talked about this, all these stats. It's great. And we've got to say the good and bad and the ugly here. But the concerning thing is more for the future, like you said about the Patriots. We got to see they're going to take these mistakes and they're going to kill us with them.
They did learn from one thing, though, guys. And I think this is one of the more important things they took from last week's loss. They didn't put the ball in Dak's hands when it was time to win the game, and that cost them the game. This week, they put the ball in Dak's hands when it was time to win the game, and we won the game.
And we did it. Listen, that first down, we ran the ball to Zeke at the end of the game. And second down, I was screaming, pass it to the tight end, pass it to Blake Jarwin. Everyone's going to forget about him. And they did that. And we got a first down, stayed in bounds, and ended the game. And my point is, if it's Jason Garrett making the majority of these calls, you're probably going to see 3 runs and a punt. But because it's Kellen Moore, you saw us passing in the end of the game. We were still passing the ball, trying to get it. I like that. I don't want to overdo it or do something stupid to stop the clock, but safe passing in a creative offense by Kellen Moore is you can see the difference between that and Garrett. So yeah,
our previous idea of safe passing.
Yeah.
So
you think they do that because we can't run?
I don't think it's because we can't run. I think because teams are trying to stop the run.
Yeah.
Just focusing on that, like overly. The Vikings so overly did that they left guys on single coverage and even not even covered sometimes. The last week against the Vikings, we had a field day because they over pursued and overwatched Zeke the entire game, and Pollard too in the backfield. They did that. I'm not talking about the Vikings. We had a better defense. We're able to do that against both our guys.
Yeah.
And now this week, even though they didn't do as good as the Vikings did, they still had their number one goal was kill Zeke and the running backs back there. They couldn't stop Dak this game, though. He opens it up for Zeke and the passing game when you're able to run him as well. So
you see,
good to see that back
to
in
me,
the play calls.
I actually see it a little differently. To me, football is very much, you said it, teams like the Patriots get the momentum, take it and run with it. And we are absolutely a team that we need to play the hot hand. We need to do what is working right now. The thing that is working is Dak. Teams can shut down Zeke. Teams can do whatever, but Dak is a hot hand right now. And you don't stop what's working. And I feel like that's the way we've lost all these other games. We stopped doing the stuff that worked. And we went backwards. Again, that's what I feel our defense is doing. We stopped doing the things that work, and we're starting to see our defense kind of regress in a way. It just I don't know.
Yeah, we were happy with this win.
But
moving on, we're happy with the win.
We talked about the stats though, but the one stat that does matter is we're not 5-4. We are 6.
It matters, but also what matters is how we got there, and it wasn't the most impressive game.
1 week at a time.
I know, but I'm just saying. I agree. We have time to, but again, unfortunately, I don't see us with this team with this performance. Even with Dak's Super Bowl type performance, there's too many other performances and coaching calls that have going to hold us back in the playoffs if we get there. And again, just a quick little thing here. A very important thing is injuries. You saw how many injuries piled up at the end of that game. Xavier Woods. There, we had Anthony Brown, Lyle Collins. When we have slow starts to games, you got to keep your starters in for the whole game. We could have been up by 25 and could have benched. They were pretty much making it a little easier. We get injured. All these injuries happen in the second half of that fourth quarter. Lyle Collins, here's his injury. He aggravated the same back injury he was dealing with prior to this game. He was out the whole week in practice because of this injury. He re-aggravated it. So, again, he said he'll be fine. but the training staff's going to have to get him ready and manage him. It'll probably be limited or no practice this week, hopefully playing next week.
Yeah, the point is that now we have another offensive lineman that has a back issue we have to manage and keep an eye on.
Yeah, and a lot of that has to do with slow starts, and then it roots back to coaching and the calls that we make in the beginning, constricted, written out, probably written out play calling, the scripted calls in the beginning with a lot more influence from Garrett. That is in the end what hurt us, with injuries. Think about that, how the connection kind of still is there. And that's why I say when I say Garrett, and it doesn't seem like it is, these are the little things that I say it's Garrett for this reason, these reasons. And it's not just 1 year or 1 game or 2 weeks. It's been 10 fucking years.
Yeah. What you're saying that, like I said on y'all's stream, when the Lions had scored and they got 27, it's hard to rest guys when you can't depend on your defense to hold anybody. And we couldn't even be comfortable with a 2-point lead. We were still. Usually back in the day, man, Cowboys winning by 2 touchdowns. We can go get something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Go to the refrigerator, get something to drink. You know what I'm saying? But now it's just like your eyes still have to be glued to the TV because you don't know what stupid missed tackle, stupid play call they're going to call on defense. And they were getting downfield. You saw that big long catch that old boy caught just out of nowhere. And we were like, where'd that come from? So it's just like, and that's another thing. We can't even be comfortable with leads because of our handicapped defense. You're right. We should be resting guys. We should be, I think that's what the Dallas Cowboys went. That's why they went for 2. They wanted to go up 2 touchdowns. And we were successful at doing that. But our defense, if they could have held them, we could have started resting guys right there at the end. And they probably wanted to take Zeke out and put Pollard in and stuff like that. But they can't do it because they don't have any trust in their defense to give us the comforts of, a good, easy win. You get what I'm saying? We were all still like nail biting, like right there at the end. That's kind of sad, man. That's scary. You can't. That's not a good thing. It's not a good sign at all. This defense is really a handicap, an Achilles heel to this football team, and we just don't have one. At times they get in there, they get the quarterback, depending on who they're playing. At times, like today, I couldn't believe it. Like I said earlier, before y'all got on, I could not believe it. But Cheeto was actually going after the ball today. Van Der Esch was actually going after the ball today. Thompson, those guys, they were all looking back and going after the ball today. Where was this years to come? Or let's see if they do it next week against the New England Patriots. Hopefully they can keep that intensity. You see, it works. All you got to do is look back. It works. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there were still some important balls caught by the Lions, but you know what I'm saying? Anything, it helps when you look back and you have ball placement. You know where the ball is and you can make a play on the ball, because without the ball, they can't do anything. You get what I'm saying? So the ball is your friend when you're on defense. You turn into a wide receiver when that ball is in the air. So that was one thing they were kind of doing today. I'm not giving any defense any credit, but I'm just saying that's something that I saw. But they got to get it going with this defense, man, because that's that's going to kill us, man. But that's pretty much all I got for today's game. If y'all got anything, man, y'all can add it, whatever.
Yeah, no, that's
good.
pretty much it on our game. But can I just say one thing that gives me, again, that's why I say it's every week, gives me a little hope. Maybe right now what the Eagles are doing, disgusting, but maybe the NFC East is the Achilles heel of the Patriots, okay?
Right.
Because I don't know. It gives me
Eagles
hope.
Eagles are getting close to getting a touchdown here. I don't know if they already scored it. We're a little behind.
And obviously there's a lot of games left.
Wow.
Okay, first and goal on the 9. So, it is what it is. We can't really live on these other teams, what they do.
And that's why we have to make sure we stay focused week by week, but we have to improve the defense.
And if the Eagles can pull it out and win, that's great. It just helps us. But in the end, we can't be hoping, expecting that. We got to do it ourselves. The Cowboys got to just keep winning and earning these wins. However, they got to work it through. If we're going to make a true playoff run, a true run in the playoffs, a true run for the Super Bowl for number 6, we're not there yet as far as I'm concerned. Some of the team is, some of the players are, but some of them are not, and some of the coaches are not, and that's holding us back. But I think that we 6 more weeks, 6 more games. 10 games in, we're 6-4 on top of the NFC East, no matter what happens with the Eagle game. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, you all kind of talked it out, and we feel happy, and we're happy. We're proud that we won this game. We're not proud how we won this game. We're not satisfied to how we won this game, to what the standards are, not just for us as fans, But what the NFL, what the NFL analysts, what the Cowboys themselves, the coaches, the front office, what we know from ourselves, fanatic fans, we know what this team's, the talent we have, and we still cannot get it done on the field on a consistent basis. That is coaching, and that is still going to be the Achilles heel. Overall, the Achilles heel of this team, whether you see it come out on offense with Garrett, you see it come out on defense with Marinelli, or you see it come out on special teams with the bad coaching, communication issues, all that stuff. Just can't have it on all three levels, and we seem to have it creep up its ugly head here and there enough to hurt us and keep games close to shitty teams, and just can't have that. And unfortunately, it's a touchdown for the interception.
No.
Is it interception? Interception for the interception.
Wow.
It was a touchdown to interception. Wow, for the Patriots right there. They scored it, and they kind of didn't have the full control. And Jones 31 ripped out, and that's good. For the Eagles to suffer hard that way.
But what's going to happen when that's going to happen?
Well, that's all right. We'll worry about them next week.
Exactly. So that's why I'm watching this. This is our
preview for
this
the
is our preview
game.
for next week. I'm happy about the win. I'm already moving on to next week because this is the next challenge.
Yeah.
Rest up, Cowboys. Let's get healthy. Let's do this thing again.
Yeah, guys, you can find us right here on MCF here on YouTube.
Yeah, My Cowboys Family on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the social media. Go ahead and hop into our Discord as well if you want to keep the Cowboy conversation going, guys. Yes. But we're live every day.
Every day.
Game day live stream.
Every week.
News, info, updates every day. But, the number one thing, always repping the star.
That navy blue, that silver too, that star for everything but. Go, Cowboys. Let's go, baby. I'm ready. Let's bring on the Patriots. Bring them on. Bring them on. I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
Peace out. Man. Much love to 1980.
Thank you, man. Thank you. That was My Cowboys Family, guys. Like they just said, they go live every day, every night. So if y'all looking for some Cowboy talk, anything, just go to their channel. That's all you got to do. Go subscribe if you haven't. Go to their channel. Check them out every single night. They're going live. Hardest working family in Cowboy Nation. So thank y'all. Football news was on earlier. Fifth quarter Cowboys couldn't make it today, but hey, go subscribe to those guys' channel, man. They do the same thing pretty much. Like I say, guys, I was talking about this Eagle game and Patriots game in my video last week. And I said, watch the Eagles play good against the Patriots. It's kind of one of those games where you want the Eagles to win, but then again, you don't want them to win. It's kind of like that Super Bowl. When they were in the Super Bowl, it was the most worst scenario for a Dallas Cowboy fan, for the Eagles to be in the Super Bowl and the New England Patriots to be in the Super Bowl. But anyway, guys, hey, that's all we got for today, guys. I guess a good win for the Cowboys, 6-4, still head of the division. That's the goal, to be number one in the division. We got the Patriots next week. They're playing right now. It's 3-0. They got the ball back off an interception in the end zone. And like I say, when I just said, the Patriots wait on you to make mistakes. That's how they feed. That's how they eat. They wait on you to make mistakes. And let's see the dag. Nah, I can't do it. I put on video, man. Go check it out, man. I just uploaded right before the game was over with. But guys, thank y'all, every last one of y'all, man, for joining us tonight, taking the time out of your day. No matter who's doing live streams, no matter who's a Cowboy fan, no matter who calls himself the round table, it's just what we do, man. We're not out here competing with nobody. We're not out here trying to fight with nobody. All of us got regular jobs just like everybody else. We don't play for the Cowboys. We don't get a check from the Cowboys. Jerry Jones don't know us personally. We just don't. Come on now. This is as far as it's going to go right here. You get what I'm saying? So don't let it get to your head telling everybody, oh, don't watch them, watch us. That's childish shit, man. We don't respond to stuff like that. We don't respond to negativity. If we're so bad, if we're not doing a good as job as you are, don't watch us. That's just as simple as that. But that's all I'm going to say, man. Nothing but positive energy on this side. We're all Dallas Cowboy fans. We're going to do our thing whether you like it or not. You're going to see our faces whether you like it or not. Cowboy fans shouldn't be fighting amongst each other. We're all rooting for the same thing, same team. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like black on black crime or something like that. I'm like, come on, man. Y'all chill out with this shit, man. It's just the internet. It's just YouTube. We'll never own this. You'll never own this. YouTube, Google owns this shit. So just leave it at that, man. Check yourself at the door. Like, seriously, man. Really check. All these cats that get on here, talk noise, fight, don't watch this channel, don't watch that channel. Man, look here, man. Everybody that's a Dallas Cowboy doing their thing, go subscribe to them, go watch them, show them love. Everybody, man. It's all love here, man. We ain't trying to do all that, man. This ain't no gang initiation. What's up, blood? What's up, cuz? All that shit, man. Leave that shit on the streets with all the other negative jabronis out there, man. This ain't what that is here, man. I'm a grown-ass man, almost 40 years old, bro. So got a job, wife, kids, house, living the American dream, man. Making videos. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all you're going to get, man. So anyway, guys, make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up because you never know what the day is going to bring you. Holla back at us. We out. Peace.